I have to agree. I mean, I would think about it for a while, especially if I have the option. You know, I'll be tossing. I'll be tossing up in my head and in other places. I'll be like Kylie, Danny. We've got to weigh up the pros and cons.
Well, I mean, there's an obvious con for Danny.
Yeah.
And the flip side of that would be hard work for Kylie.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like Kylie sings about a locomotive, where Danny would be like someone who'd probably do it a train. Yeah.
I'm Salacious Rum. Remember to make love, not war, because time does follow us. Yes, time does follow us. Yes, time does follow us. I'm a monkey lizard, I'm a monkey lizard, and I love to make love that warm. And this is Star Wars, so that ain't a proper war. It is a proper war in your dimension, yes, Salacious. I'm a monkey lizard, I'm a monkey lizard, and I love to make love that warm. And this is Star Wars, but that ain't a proper war. It is a proper war in your dimension, yes, Salacious. Don't forget what it takes to be a human being, but I'm not a human. I'm a monkey lizard. And don't forget, monkey lizards have feelings, because time does follow us.
It sure does, doesn't it?
It really does. You know, one day to another. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, we've still got the looks, don't we? We've still got the swagger, you know.
We definitely do. Yeah, we're a couple of swaggers.
Well, we got something. I'm not sure what it is.
Well, that's why they got a lot of swag men here in Australia. That's what they're singing about when they got that jolly swag man. He had all the swag. We were singing about it well before the cool kids thought it was cool.
Exactly. You know, they got a lot to live up to. They got the swag like we got the swag.
That's right.
We've
had it a while though.
You've had it a while. I'm just dripping in swag, to be honest. I've got swag written all over me.
Well, I've heard that dripping is part of your how they describe you. Often dripping.
Yeah, that's right.
Am I using that right? Is that the correct term? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I've impregnated many a special lady friend. Yeah, God knows how many little monkeys are running around. Yeah, look at me. I'm gaunt. You know, I'm just so in demand.
That's what they're into now.
This is the way. Bob, on the other hand, old Bobby, average Bob, he got no swag. Have you, Bob? None at all. Thanks, Salacious. Appreciate that. Really appreciate it. Wagwan, everybody. Wagwan. Welcome to Monkey Lizard Hangouts, the weekly Monday night comedy interview show. I'm your host, Bob Rum. Apologies. Apologize. Xazyl. He insists on being introduced first every week. He is a DJ, a producer, a toy and video game collector, an average jester. Some say he's an incredible lover. It's not some, Bob. It's well known now. It's well known. We've been through this. Very true. It's very true. My reputation precedes me, Bob. You know. Unlike you, Bob. You know, one dip Bob. What do they call him? One dip Bob.
At least he gets a dip.
It's no dip. He's like a rich dip. One dip. He is also the director of the Monkey Lizard Register and the leader of the Monkey Lizard Army at Salacious Rum. That's right. I'm back. Thank you. Yeah. Very good. And our special guest this week needs little introduction. His Clubhouse YouTube channel has been going since 2019, and it covers a range of toy collecting lines, G.I. Joe, World Wrestling Federation, and Motu. He is also well known for fronting the popular Sergeant Slaughter's Slaughterhouse. So, Ten Hup, listen up, maggots. It's time to welcome from the Clubhouse, Xazyl. Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. Nice. Great introduction. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, we started off as Sergeant Slaughter's Slaughterhouse when we first started it. And then I did a rebrand.
Oh. Yep.
Rebranded as Xazyl's Clubhouse because my ego got too big. And I had to, like Salacious Rum, and I followed your suit. I was like, this guy, he knows what he's doing. He's a front man of the channel. He's got the guy behind the camera working, doing all the work. Well, you got the face in front so that the ladies can see what's going on. And I thought, let's not confuse the ladies. Let's put me front and center now. And did not go well. No. But I'm going to persevere anyway. Keep going.
Stick to it.
Yeah. It's too late. I got to keep going. Commit to it.
Yeah. You know, I mean, I might take you on as my wingman, you know, on the odd night out. So, you know.
Well, you do need a portly, unattractive, hairy man to make, as a wingman, to make the person look even more attractive than they already are.
Well, I got Bob.
I fit the bill.
I have got Bob.
Right.
Bob fulfills that.
Give Bob a night off. Let Bob have a bit for him.
God damn it, Bob. If you are not subscribed to Xazyl's Clubhouse, there is the link. It's also in the description. I'm sure you are, but you might not. We'll try and pollute the communities a little bit. So if you're watching this live or on the rewatch, please go and sub. We will remind you throughout the show. Now, Salacious has got some questions for you, but it's a bit of a tradition to welcome in the MoNKey-LiZaRD army into the chat. So if I call them out, will you help Salacious greet them in, please?
Oh, absolutely.
Bob, who we got? Let's see who we've got today. Right, the army is assembling. We have Duffman Dioramas, the Duffster.
Howdy, Duff.
The Duffinator. Good customizer, is old Duffy. Very good customizer.
He's got those gremlins there for his icon. Check him out one time, won't you?
Yep. Gerard's here, all the way from Dublin. My good friend Gerard. And his special
nice,
lady,
good to see you, bud.
Special lady friend Miriam as well. Nice, very nice.
Oh.
He's made from girders in Scotland. Bazza, the dark lichen. Good on you,
nice
Bazza.
image of 3030.
Good on you. Good on you. Yeah, the old friend. There's not Brave Star, isn't it? Brave Star. I knew she was here, Xazyl, because I got a tingly feeling in my jiggly bits.
Hey, Ooda Lally. Good to see a fellow Robin Hood fan. Disney, best Robin Hood.
Lady Catherine. Yeah.
Good to see you.
Yeah. She's one of my special lady friends from my harem.
I've heard part of the harem.
Yeah. Lexivrak.
Hitting that lack button.
Yeah, the war chief, he's here. Good on you, Lack. What's he doing?
All capitals too, so he's serious.
What's he doing? The Down Under Thunder.
I thought I covered that. Sorry you heard it.
Bow's here, bow. Good to see you, Bow. Good to see you.
How are you, buddy?
One of my new special lady friends from my harem, Lady Stephanie.
Oh, nice. Hello, Stephanie.
From
Stephanie Long.
Stephanie Longchest. Lady Stephanie Longchest.
I was going to ask how long.
It's nice. It's not very nice. Very nice. From the long time ago Star Wars YouTube channel. Very nice channel.
Cool.
Very nice channel. Married to Mr. Long. Married to Mr. Long, but still in my harem. Yeah.
Oh, good. Well, I wonder if it's Long by name, Long by nature.
Well, there's two of them. There's Mr. Long and there's another Mr. Long. So when they came on here, I had to measure them, and it does turn out that Stephanie's Mr. Long is Mr. Long, and the other one is Mr. Longerera.
Longerera, right?
Yeah.
And when you say they came on here,
yeah, literally.
Right. Yeah, right. Just wanted to clarify. Perfect.
It was a mess.
That happens.
Yeah. Figuratively speaking.
Hey, Fig Speak, how are you, bud?
So, hello. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming over here. Thank you. It's one of your fans, Mr. Figuratively Speaking, I think. Very nice. Very nice.
Well, I like the picture. I wonder if that puppet felt good.
Is he a what's he called? Is he a Heffalump? Was he a Heffalump? What's he called? That puppet.
What's that?
That character.
I'm not sure.
I think he's a Heffalump.
Heffalump was from Winnie the Pooh, right? Wasn't that like the Heffalump and Weasels? Weasels?
I get confused.
It's been a while since I've seen Pooh Bear.
I get confused.
The same. You could be right. It's your channel. You're right. No, you're right.
Well, I've only got a small head shape like a pyramid.
Same.
Here he is.
Hey, pal.
The Emperor. What is thy bidding, my master? Yes. Up to
That's
no
cool, Palps.
Palps. Excelsior. Excelsior.
Excelsior.
Very good,
Make
very
mine
good.
marvel.
Very good.
Cool picture.
Kirk, what?
Fight the gaunt. I'm fighting the gunt.
Fought something. What's going down?
What was the lizard that Kirk went up against? Was that?
The Gorn. Yeah, the Gorn. Not the Gaunt, the Gorn. He's making funny jokes again, isn't he?
It was a good one. I thought it was funny.
That's what he does.
Hey, my buddy.
Peppermint Space Capsule. I like that name.
That's Space Commander.
Very nice. Oh.
Space Commander be happy that I've actually brought out some of the stuff that he sent me.
Oh.
For show and tell later.
Oh, gonna do some showing and telling later, Space Commander. Nice to have you. Nice to have you.
There's nobody cooler than Space Commander.
He's cool.
Except for Phil.
All right. We'll see. Give us a sub, Space Commander. Please sub. Give us a sub. A sympathy sub, as we say.
Sympathy sub. All of mine are sympathy subs.
G-Force is here.
Hey, GFR20.
G-Force. My executive special assistant.
Yes.
And
what do you call the cartoon that his avatar there is from?
Well, Battle of the Planets, but it's also Gatchaman, isn't it? In Japan.
Yeah, I think we were calling it. No, we called it something else other than Battle of the Planets. What did we call it? Space Commander will help me out there.
Space Commander? What was it down under?
Well, it was G-Force. What am I talking about? Idiot.
Well, he's one of the characters, G-Force, isn't he? He's one of the characters.
I'm pretty sure we just had... I think it was just called G-Force here in Australia. Not Battle of the Planets. Hey, it's Phil!
Hey, Phil! How you doing?
No one's cooler than Phil, unless it's TJC.
He's a cool dude.
He is a cool dude. Phil's a good guy. He's a very good guy. One of the best.
Very cool.
You should have him on the channel one day.
He's been on.
I'm just kidding. I knew he was here. I knew. Just
He's been on. Yeah, he did it. We did it. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, right. He looked like he survived it.
He survived. He did very well. Rainbow's here. And my other special lady friends.
Happy Monday. It's Tuesday here. Very early Tuesday for me.
Lady Rainbow. Very good, G. He's doing his job, look. He's doing his job. Well done, G.
Thanks, buddy. Something. Legend.
He's doing something. Jumpy's here. Jumpy McClung.
Hey!
There he is. The general of the Cucumber Squad.
Yes. Cool.
Yeah.
I've brought my pickle along.
Very good. He's pickled up, Jumpy. Jumpy sent me a pickle once in the post.
That was it.
He did. He sent me the world's smallest pickle.
I was wondering where it went.
Yeah. I don't know what he was trying to say. I don't know what message he was trying to give me. All right. I think TJC.
Hey, TJC. How are you, buddy? No one's cooler than TJC except maybe Rolando.
Rolo's a good lad. We're wishing Rolo best wishes because he's recovering at the moment at home. So.
All right. Get well soon, buddy. Oh, and TJC starts a new job very soon. If not tomorrow or today, depending on his time zone.
There you go.
Well done.
Battle of the Planets, G-Force, Science Ninja Team. Get your man.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah. I knew it as G-Force, maybe. Which one did I don't even know what I knew it as anymore. Like, after the 80s, like, everything starts to get a little bit mixed up.
It's a bit blurred. The 90s were very blurred. The 90s.
Yeah, well, we had Blur in the 90s, didn't we?
Yeah. Phil survived. He survived. Look.
After some counselling.
Well, yeah, that happens.
Yeah, fair enough.
A bit of light probing. Aaron's
Did he push back? Hey,
there's always a little instinctive pushback, but you just, I find,
Mm.
Yeah. So, Aaron's there. Aaron, good play game. Let's go, Aaron.
How are you, buddy?
Good to see you. I saw Aaron dressed up as a Teletubby earlier on YouTube. What's going down, Aaron? I think he's hit his milestone of subs, so he's promised to dress up as a Teletubby. So go and check that out. He'll be streaming that soon. Anyone's into freaky
I take
shit,
my shirt off and it's a bit like that.
Yeah, anyone's into freaky stuff, you can go and, do stuff to Aaron in a Teletubby outfit.
I'm in.
Bob will be there.
Tag me in.
Bob will be there. Bob will be there. There's Rolo. Rolo.
Hey! Nobody's cooler than Rolando.
That's right. Oh, Rolo.
Get well soon, buddy.
Yep. Oh, September 1st. It's happening. It's doing it.
It's getting close.
We're doing it. Right. Are you ready for the first section?
I was born ready.
Bob, he was born ready. First section. First section.
I've oversold it now.
Oh.
We want to get to know you, but not in a pervy way. We want to get to know you, but not in a dirty way. We want to get to know you, not in a pervy way. We want to get to know you, not in a dirty way.
By the way, Pilly is looking for somebody to deworm him. So if anyone's up for it, let me know. You need to wear gloves and probably get vaccinated. But
is that extracting one at a time, or?
Yeah, it involves deep extraction. So
yeah,
prolonged.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's not pleasant.
Now I was promised that it would be in a pervy way, so I'm a little bit disappointed at that theme song. But
well, just wait. We might, judge the perviness at the end. All right.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. Now I'm learning about how people greet each other in different places. In New Zealand, Darth Rock told me they do the nose rub. In Limerick, Brian's action figures told me they punch each other in the face, then ride some horses, and then have a kebab. Please tell everyone where you are from and how people greet each other in your place.
Can I say the word cunt here?
You just said it.
Right, I just
We got blacklisted about 5 years ago, so anything goes.
Oh, perfect. Well, in that case, and I'm sure people will back me up, it'll usually be greeting each other out at the pub with a loud "G'day" and "How's it going, you cunt?"
Very good. I like that.
It's not even an insult here. It's a term of endearment.
It is. It's like, yeah, you're a close buddy if you get that treatment. So
that's right.
Yeah, I definitely had that, but I think it was said in a different way when I went down under. I think
right. If there's not a beer in the hand, then it's probably not a good introduction.
It was more like, "Oh, you pommy cunt," and then they chased me.
Yeah, there's a difference between having a glass of beer and being glassed by a beer.
Yeah.
So there's two different ways there. Yeah, one of them's better than the other.
Yeah. I didn't bring up prisoners or anything like that. Well.
Good. We'll keep that our secret. Nobody knows.
Mr. Axel, now you have a very special name. Were you named after the famous US rock group frontman, Mr. Rose, or the titular character that stuck a banana in a car exhaust, played by Eddie Murphy, or the annoying Swedish Euro dance producer, of that catchy, giddy, crazy frog, because any of those would be an honor, particularly particularly in Sweden, where you would be honoured probably by getting free meatballs in IKEA, or a free reach around by Ulrika Johnson, or you could be whipped by a tall blonde man with eucalyptus in a sauna for life, probably.
So even if the first two were true, you would want to pick the third option there, wouldn't you? Because there's bonuses attached.
Yeah, there are. Yeah.
Well, and so interesting story, and I'll keep it brief.
Oh.
My younger brothers, well, I have a younger brother and an older brother, and they still are younger and older. I haven't caught up to either of them yet, but we were known by my dad's cricket team as the Breaker Brothers.
Oh.
And we didn't know what that meant. And so all through primary school, all the kids, and the kids didn't know what it meant either. So all through primary school, the kids were going, oh, they're the Breaker Brothers, right? And all because of Dad's cricket team. And we got a undeserved slight level of popularity because of it, right? And we just leaned into it. It's like, yeah, we're the Breaker Brothers. Now, high school, year 7 for us, where I went to high school, we found out during health class why we were called the Breaker Brothers, and that's because my last name used to be Hyman. If you don't know what Hyman is, look it up, kids. And that's why we're called the Breaker Brothers. So eventually, I got to change my name legally. So I changed my last name, and while doing it, decided to also change my first name.
Oh, yeah. Very cool.
So
very
there you
cool
go.
story. Very cool story. I like that. I like that a lot. Geek Strong's here. He's joined us. Oh, Geek Strong. Very good.
I'm Geek Week, but
hold on a minute. We're gonna do it together.
I think yours are bigger. I think yours are bigger. Yeah, good job.
Pumped.
Yeah, look at that.
Papa G's here as well. The Canadian lap dancer. Papa G.
Hey, how are you, buddy?
How you doing, Papa? Papa, very good to see you. Very good to see you.
You know what I like about Papa?
Yeah.
Is it Papa don't preach?
He don't, does he?
No, he does not. No. I like that about him.
I know. I went on his stream last night, and he was doing some weird stuff with an action figure. He was putting a chicken head on one of the action figures. I was mesmerized for about 30 minutes. I was just watching his chicken head. No, he was talking to himself for about 30 minutes as well. I was mesmerized. I love Papa G. Papa G don't lap dance for anyone else but me. He's the only one. I'm the only one who does it for. So I'm the only one.
Good on him.
Yeah. So, Mr. Xazyl, what made you decide to start a YouTube channel? Did you see all the orgies that I was having on mine and think, I want a piece of the action?
Again, I would be remiss if I did not say that there was a sense of jealousy there. Watching your harem it continue to grow, I did feel a little bit lacking in that department. Speaking of Lack, he knows what I mean. Actually, I gave Lack a call, and I'm like, because we're fellow Star Wars fans too. I don't know if you know that about Lack. He's a little bit of a Star Wars fan. No, I called him up, and I was like, who is this monkey lizard guy that's getting all the ladies? And he's like, the best you could do is just start it and maybe catch some of the rejects, the ones that John West rejects, kind of thing. But even it's like it's finding that hard though, because you don't really reject anyone. So,
well, I'm not picky, we do have a bit of a motto here in the army: any hole's a goal.
Right.
If you could stick it in somewhere, then why not? When in Rome, But that being said, my special lady friends are very special, very, very special. So, there are benefits of being in the army, but you do have to, you have to get in line. Basically, we do have circle time, though. We do have circle time.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. All right.
That's a bit of fun. Get involved in that. Mr. Xazyl, you like to collect toys. Please tell everyone what toy lines you like to collect and why.
So it's actually gotten pretty specific these days. So I wasn't able to, as I travel around Australia, I wasn't able to take my entire collection with me, and most of it is probably Motu, Transformers, and G.I. Joe, and a few odds and ends in between. But now, for the most part, because I do a series called the Slaughterhouse Wrestling Championship, I collect action figures that will work for a specific storyline. So, for instance, and I'll show you one. I'll show you one now, if you don't mind. I have one handy. It wasn't going to be part of the show and tell, but I'll show it now.
Right.
So, this here is a custom of Roddy Piper.
Roddy Piper.
Yeah. So he was done by Matthew LaCroix, and apparently his wife did the kilt.
Very nice.
See.
Hold on.
Yeah.
How's your father?
How's you got? And it's got a look, and any hole is a goal. So it's got the spare one there. But so I collect stuff that will tie into the next story, basically. So if I've got a story in mind, I'll go out and hunt a different character. This guy came to mind, so I did that. And then whatever else I can use for a custom. So I caught up. I got this Sarge, who's a custom Sarge, and he is like the ring announcer or the commentator, depending on what I need him to do. And so this version of Sarge is a custom using the mail away Sergeant Slaughter legs, the warthog head, and the marine torso. So it's a long way of going and saying I just collect whatever works, you know.
Very nice. Very, very nice. Very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. Very nice indeed.
Thanks.
Very nice indeed. Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of G.I. Joe stuff now.
Mr. Axel, why is Action Force way better than G.I. Joe?
Well, for starters, how cool are the Red Shadows? A way cooler looking faction than. In fact, I have some. I have this here, the Red Shadows cardboard base. I haven't put it together yet. Space Commander sent me this one. So I think that if they are better, and there is argument to say that they are, it's that I feel like the stakes were more real, and who doesn't love a good stake?
Yeah.
The characters were well fleshed out. Not to say that G.I. Joe weren't. The Red Shadows seem to be an eclectic group of ensemble. Yeah, I mean they happily brought in the Kraken, for Pete's sake, and nobody batted an eyelid. You do that in G.I. Joe, and people will have a fit.
Yeah, I like the Kraken.
So
I'm very pro Kraken. I like to build up the Krakens. Is that a custom, that base?
So it's definitely not an official Action Force product. Space Commander sent it over to me, and he got it, I believe, from an eBay listing. But it is all cardboard, just like the old days.
Nice.
And there's a few different options that you can get there. In fact, Space Commander put together the Space Force one on the side of the camera.
I like that a lot. Very nice. Very nice.
So, and anything that I do know about Action Force, I learned from Space Commander. He takes time out of his busy day to make sure that he can teach me in the ways. And then they end up incorporating G.I. Joe in the end anyway. So I think they're really a great companion to G.I. Joe.
Very good. Very good. Very good. A very good answer. Yeah. 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 Because the Baron became Cobra Commander, didn't he? The Baron.
Right. That is.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah,
I love that they did that.
Yeah. Mr. B's here. Mr. B. How you doing, Mr. B?
Hey, how are you, Mr. B?
Mr. B. He's just shutting up. He's shutting up shop. So here you go. Good on, Mr. B.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Mr. Axel. Who is your favorite G.I. Joe character, and why is he not? Why is he not as good as Big Ben?
That is a good question. So Big Ben actually is my favorite, but my second favorite is Sergeant Slaughter. Eddie's disease.
Yeah.
Yo, Joe. Sarge was my childhood hero. And I knew Sergeant Slaughter as a cartoon character before I knew he was a real man.
Oh.
And so I could never find a Sergeant Slaughter action figure as a kid. The only one I did find was the Marauders Sergeant Slaughter, which has got the blue tank top. And I didn't want that one. I wanted the Triple T Sarge because, you get a vehicle and you get Triple T, but I never found it. So yeah, Quinn is pretty cool. Didn't get a character until much later in the line though, but a great character nonetheless. Very few. Hey, there he is. Word up. Great song. Now I've got Word Up stuck in my head. But the Sarge was my childhood hero, and then I was hanging out with my friend Josh, and Josh, we were watching G.I. Joe the movie, and in G.I. Joe the movie at the beginning it says Sergeant Slaughter as Sergeant Slaughter, and I said to him, I wonder why they did that, why they put Sergeant Slaughter as Sergeant Slaughter and not as who played him, and he goes, because that's a real guy. I said, what do you mean that's a real guy? And he put on some of the wrestling tapes that he had, and out walked the man himself, the heavy-duty honcho, Sergeant Slaughter, in the flesh, and it just like blew my mind, because I couldn't believe he was a real person. And if I wasn't a fan before, I was definitely a fan then. And then, thankfully, I was able to meet the man himself in real life, and I got to stay at his house.
No way.
So yeah, it's like being. Imagine if Superman was your hero as a kid, and then you got to stay in the Fortress of Solitude for a week.
Yeah.
Right? How cool is that?
That's crazy.
Or a phone booth, depending on where it was at the time.
So what is the Slaughterhouse then? Because you still have the Facebook group, and you do. So tell everyone how that came about. Like, what is the Slaughterhouse?
Yeah, so the channel before it became Xazyl's Clubhouse was actually called Sergeant Slaughter's Slaughterhouse. Yeah. And what the channel was originally, like I didn't do any live streams, I wasn't on camera or anything, because obviously that came after I found your channel and decided this is a great idea, I should do that. Yeah. But I had all of these clips that I'd found, either people had sent them to me or I found them on the internet, all these clips on my phone. And I was running out of memory, so I was like, I should just upload these onto YouTube for myself, so I could watch them whenever I want. And created it as Sergeant Slaughter's Slaughterhouse. Hey, it's Will. How are you, buddy?
Hey, hello. Nobody's
cooler than Will. So that's what I originally wanted the channel to be, was just a place where I could upload all of this Sarge content. That sucks.
That's sad.
Yeah, well, that's bad news. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Moment of silence for Sid Vicious.
Yeah, little tip of the cap. He wouldn't like us. I don't think he'd want silence. He'd probably want noise.
Yeah, true. Let's hear it for Sid Vicious.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I had all of these. Things on there from WWE, G.I. Joe, all of these interviews that I'd found along the way, and eventually it became problematic though, because one after the other they started to be blocked in certain countries, blocked entirely, and YouTube can be, they can be up and down. Like sometimes they will allow something and then later on they'll catch on and go, no, you can't have that. So a lot of my stuff started to be, you couldn't watch it anymore. And so I decided, well, I guess at this point, if I can't have this stuff here, the next best thing is to start a channel and do things like live streams and hang out with my buddies and stuff. But I also do, and on the screen behind me is all the episodes I've done of the Slaughterhouse Wrestling Championship, which is where I get G.I. Joes to basically fight each other for my amusement.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Very good. Did Sergeant Slaughter ever put you in the full Nelson, the Father Nelson?
No, he didn't. But I once had a guy tackle me in the alley and ask me to call him Daddy.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's the same thing. Yeah, that's how we met.
Yeah. He's a proper nice fellow, that Silent Slaughter, I reckon, because I like followed him on Twitter, and he followed me back, and I think I said that he seems to be very like fan friendly.
Yeah, so he's a great ambassador for G.I. Joe and for wrestling. But he's probably the person that when they say don't meet your heroes or don't meet the celebrity that you're a fan of, he's the one that you absolutely can, because he's and I've witnessed this firsthand. He is as open and willing to chat to the first person in a line than he is the last person. Everyone gets the best of sides at all times. When I went to go to Joe Fest, I was usually the first in line and probably also the last in line, and I got to see a lot of interaction with people. Yeah, he's just great. And the fact that he welcomed me into his house was, well, that's crazy stuff. Someone's come halfway around the world, and he's like, yeah, okay, you can stay at my house if you like. This, like, what? That was kindly orchestrated by his daughter Kelly. So always forever grateful for that opportunity.
Well, good on you, Sarge. Good on you, Sarge.
Yeah.
Mr. Axel, who is your favourite Cobra character and why?
It's got to be Baron Ironblood after his transition into Cobra Commander.
Yeah.
But in all seriousness, I do have a favourite, and sometimes it dips between two. So sometimes it can be Crocmaster, and sometimes it can be Big Boa. Now, Crocmaster had an alligator. I don't know why they call him Crocmaster, but it's like anyone can go toe to toe with an alligator or a crocodile. So that's pretty badass. And Big Boa, he goes out to fight G.I. Joe with nothing but a couple of boxing gloves. So yeah, but either one of those two. I like the zanier characters.
Yeah, very good, very good. Mr. Axel, if you could have Rumpy Pumpy with either the Baroness or Scarlet, which one would you pick? And also, you can pick a wild card if you want.
Well, there was a Joe called Skidmark, so that feels like an obvious pick if you're going to go wild card. There was also a G.I. Joe called Wild Card, so you could also pick the Skidmarks. However, I know you enough to know that this is a trick question. You would never pick one; you'd go both. So nice try.
He's on it. This man's on it, everyone.
So you're not going to get me with that one. Although there were very few female characters in G.I. Joe, but I think every one of them is bangable.
A contender.
So they're a contender. So you got Zorana, and while she might be a little bit like swamp water, it's like there's a time and a place for that. And then Baroness so that's the Cobra side, right?
Yeah.
You got Baroness and Zorana on the Cobra side, but on the Joe side, you've got and shout it out loud if I forget one. You've got Scarlet, you've got CoverGirl, you've got Jinx, and that may be it. No, Lady J.
Yeah, Lady J.
Phil gets it.
Yeah, he knows. Yeah.
So there is no bad one in the bunch.
No.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, they're not quite as loosey goosey when it comes to women in G.I. Joe. They're very strict. Where you'll just whatever.
Right. Now here's the scene. You've dipped your wick in an inappropriate location and you need to get away quickly. What vehicle would you pick and why? G.I. Joe vehicle would you pick and why? You could pick any of them.
Well, I've been in this position before, and the best thing to do is just slide away on the slickness. But I guess I'd go the Triple T because it's a fast attack vehicle, right? It doesn't have a windscreen or a roof or anything, so it's easy to get in and easy to get out. Like some of Agent Helix. I just saw that, and Quarrel, of course.
Quarrel, yeah.
No quarrels with that.
Yeah, no arguments there. No pun intended.
Right, well, the Triple T is also called the Tag Team Terminator too. So if I've tag teamed and I need to get out of there, then that's the way I'm going to go. I'll go Tag Team Terminator. But now it's a Transformer. So
Oh,
That's
there you
party.
go. There you go. Have you got a transformer noise?
Have I got a transformer noise?
Yeah.
I do.
Go
It's
on.
usually when I wake up in the morning and everything cracks.
Go on. You do yours, I'll do mine.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
How's that one? Oh yeah, yours is better.
I win.
Yeah, agreed.
I win.
I'm sorry I even tried. I feel bad.
It's all right. It's all right. You tried. It's all right. Many have tried.
Yeah, yours is spot on. If I didn't know better, I'd say you'd had like a sound button that you had going on there, but that's just jealousy speaking.
Well, I am an international, galactic music star, so
That's true. That's
This
true.
is what happens. Mr. Axel, do you have any weird G.I. Joe collectibles other than action figures?
Oh, I do actually. So, I've got some dinner plates. I've got some napkins and a tablecloth from a party set.
Handy.
I've got
Handy for a picnic.
I've got this thing that this counts as G.I. Joe and Masters of the Universe. My mate Nate created this, Sergeant Spycore. So that's still an action figure though.
I like that. That's good. I like that.
Yeah, I thought that was great because Spycore is my most hated Motu character. You got the sound from. Well, I thought so too. But then he reminded me of his musical prowess, and then that brought me back into line. So I thought the same thing.
Dino keeps losing to me, and so he's getting a bit uppity. He's getting a bit sour grapes because he keeps losing to me all the time.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
I
heard your grapes were sour. I want to say I got this WWE T-shirt from the Sarge himself. I know that's not G.I. Joe, but he gave me this one. I was at his house. Nice. Official. I was at his house, and I was in his garage because that's where he locked me. And he said, "While you're in here, you can just clean up a little." I was like, "Yes, sir." And I actually was out there helping him repackage and pack away all his collectibles. Like he had a vast array of G.I. Joe collectibles that he's had for decades, and they were all just sort of stacked all loosey-goosey. And so I offered to file them away properly so that they would last a little bit longer. Like they were not bad, don't get me wrong, but as collectors, like we look at that and we go, "Oh, please let me fix this." And as I picked up, like he had Chuckles on card, I was like, "Oh my god, this is one of my favorite Joes." And he goes, "Do you want it?" I was like, "No, I don't want it. I'm just admiring it." And then I picked up the entire line of Slaughter's Marauders. I'm holding these action figures in my hands. I'm like, "Oh my god, you got all of the Slaughter's Marauders." And he goes, "Yeah, you want them?" I'm like, No, I don't want your toys. I'm just admiring them. And every time I showed interest in something, so I was there, speaking of wrestlers that have passed away, and RIP again to Sid Vicious, but I was at the Sarge's house when the Iron Sheik passed away, which was, I don't use the word surreal a lot because it just gets overused, but it was legitimately a surreal experience being in the house of Sergeant Slaughter while one of his biggest rivals and closest friends had just passed. And on that day, I found in his garage a signed Colonel Mustafa figure 2-pack with him and the Sarge. And I was like, man, this is wild. So we made sure that that was packed away nicely too. But eventually, he finally comes up to me and he goes, "Here's a shirt. I think this is your size. Will you take this?" And I was like, "Yes, okay, I will take the shirt. Thank you." But yeah, he just kept trying to give me all his stuff. It's such a great guy.
What a good guy. Is he your favorite wrestler then, Sergeant Slaughter? Is he your favorite wrestler?
Yeah, he is. And I think because of my love for G.I. Joe, because I knew him as a Joe first, but I think after that he retroactively became my favorite wrestler because I got to go back and watch some of his stuff. He was out of wrestling by the time I found him, so I had to go back and look at some of the old tapes that my friend had. Loved the Cobra Clutch. He ended up coming back as a heel. He started off as a heel. He's a great heel, right? He plays a baddie very well. Yeah. And when he came back as Drill Sergeant Slaughter, he came back using. He had the Atomic Noogie for a while, but he had to stop doing that, and they gave him the Camel Clutch. which Colonel Mustafa Iron Sheik had before. And so, yeah, I really, I got the Cobra Clutch 3 times at Joe Fest. Survived just each one. He never gave me, in front of people, he never gave me the Camel Clutch. But yes, he is.
Have you got an impression? Have you got an impression?
I do, but it started to heal, so it's less. Yeah.
Right, we've got to do impressions. I
Yeah.
can do Macho Man.
Oh, I love Macho Man. Yeah.
All right,
Okay,
Macho
well, you go first.
No, all right. The Macho Monkey-LiZaRD Salacious Rum. And my Miss Elizabeth. I need my Miss,
Yes.
I need my Miss Elizabeth.
Nice.
Yeah,
that was great. I actually have a character called Macho Monkey Wrench in the slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
I love that. So yeah, Sarge is my favorite. I'd voice Sarge. Interestingly, I voiced Sergeant Slaughter in the Slaughterhouse Wrestling Championship, and Sarge does a voice, but he does Super Cop.
Give us a little bit.
I wouldn't even let him voice his own character.
Give us a little bit.
All right, here it goes. Ready?
Yeah.
Turn hut. Listen up, maggots. Make sure you like and subscribe. You're dismissed. Eddie's disease. Yojo.
That was good. That was very good. I like that.
That's as good as it gets.
That was good. I like that. Very, very good. Very, very good. Very good. Right. If you could be a WWF, I call it WWF. It ain't WWE. It's for WWF.
I still do as well.
Yeah. If you could be a WWF wrestler, what would your name be and what would your special move be?
I reckon I would be the Thunder from Down Under, and my special move would be the Thunder Punch.
Yeah.
Like Thunder Punch He-Man.
Yeah. Good point now. Very good.
It wouldn't be very effective though.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'd be a jobber.
A bit like my special move. I fly off the top rope, but it's not really that effective. Right? I'm not really
because you're jumping the wrong direction.
I could fly along, but you don't have much impact. You know? Mine's more of like
you gotta go legs out, and then you get maximum in the middle.
Yeah. Mine's more of a love move, like I fly off the top of a 4-post bed. Right.
Yeah.
My special lady.
That's the only move.
She's there waiting for me, and I fly off the top post.
That is an opening and a finishing move.
Yeah. Right, let's talk about Masters of the Universe, shall we? Who is your favorite character?
Got to be Sergeant Spikor. Actually, and I do sincerely love this toy, but I hate Spikor. So this was Nate's way of getting me to try and like Spikor by putting the Sergeant's head on it. But as a kid, I was a big fan of Man-at-Arms and Fisto. Right, Fisto for obvious reasons.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about. Man-at-Arms.
Tash or no Tash?
You gotta go a little bit of a caterpillar, right?
Yeah.
You can't have a mustache ride without a mustache.
Yeah.
But now Sergeant Slaughter is a WWE character. I mean, a Masters of the Universe character. Ooh. So he's hit the top of the list.
Very good. Mr. Axel, would you rather do rude touchy things to She-Ra, Evil Lynn, Extendor, or Grizzlor?
Well, here's the thing. Grizzlor reminds me too much of myself. So, I mean, that wouldn't be as fun.
Oh.
It'd just be like, I might as well just do it with myself. At least I know I'm going to get it done. Here's the trick of this question, right? Is that you could only do Rudy things to She-Ra or Evil Lynn, but Extendor would do Rudy things to you.
Oh. Yeah, well, everyone. You know, he's got multiple limbs extending in multiple places. So
the thing about it though is that they're all masters of the universe. So you just walk into a room and see what happens. You wouldn't need to pick. You wouldn't be disappointed with anyone.
This is true.
Except maybe Orko.
Yeah, now Orko be no good. No. Oh, no thanks. Oh, yeah, no thanks, Orko. I agree. Right. Bob, final question, and then move on to the next segment. There we go. If you had to grab 3 things to save from your collection because a group of mercenary alien sex addicts were raiding your house because they wanted to probe you, probably anally, what 3 things would you take and why?
Well, for starters, another trick question, because why would you go anywhere? The entertainments come to you. Like, do you know how hard it is to go out there and find this kind of treatment? You would just be thankful. But you would take 3 things. First thing you'd do is you'd take some painkillers because you're going to need it.
Yeah.
You take a shot because you're going to need it, and then you take your pants off because help out. You know, don't make them do all the work. But if I was going to take 3 things, hypothetically, one of them would be my Space Cadet hat.
Oh, nice.
I'll take that one.
Yeah.
I would take this Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
And I would take this.
Yeah.
Sergeant Spikle. So these 3 things I have with me right now are the things that I would take with me.
Good answers.
I wouldn't. I'd stick around. And find out, you know?
Why not? You know? Why not? You know? They've come all this way. You know? You might like a good probe. Who knows?
You don't know until you have a go. You never know if you never go.
Exactly. Got to, you know. Right, well done. You survived the first section. Are you ready for the second segment?
I'm ready. Ready, willing, and able.
Bob, second segment.
Show us and tell us. Don't show your jiggly bits. Show us and tell us, but don't show your jiggly bits. Show us and tell us. Don't show your jiggly bits. Show us and tell us, but don't show your jiggly bits. Show us, tell us, but don't show your jiggly bits. Show us, tell us, but don't show your jiggly bits.
Very good. All right, in this section, you get to show something from your collection. Tell us all about it.
Well, at my age, everything's a jiggly bit, so nothing sits where it should.
Okay.
I feel like I've shown off a lot of the stuff that I was going to show on Show and Tell.
Oh, no.
But I will show... Nah, I've got more stuff, don't worry.
Oh, it's got stuff.
One of the things that Space Commander sent me is this awesome Red Jackal from Reaction.
Yeah.
Super 7 Reaction figure.
Oh, I like that.
I would say that this is arguably a better design for Destro than his original design. I just love the skull and crossbones.
Oh, that's a good one.
And they did Cobra Commander as the Red Laser. Am I getting the name right?
Yeah.
But they really did a great job of integrating. And the thing about these that I like, right, because Space Commander, as he's been teaching me about Action Force, he calls the regular G.I. Joes the Bendies, right?
Yeah.
And these are the original ones, not this one, but the original ones were the 5 POA characters that originally started off. And what I love about these is that now you can get what was considered a bendy figure in the original Action Force line because they were reusing G.I. Joe. Now you can get them in a 5 POA form to go with the rest of your 5 POA original Action Force. That's pretty cool.
It's very cool.
It's
funny because we got one today in the post. We got a Zaymat Super 7 in the post today. Zaymat.
Perfect, yeah.
There you go.
He's cool. It's weird that they didn't put them in as a 2-pack, but I believe that they are coming out. Super 7 are doing O-ring style figures now, and they're bringing out Tomax and Zaymot as a 2-pack in their business suits.
Skeletron. It was Skeletron. The skeleton was Skeletron. Skeletron.
And then what do they fly around in that big red skull?
Robo Skull.
Yeah.
That would have been my weapon to pick. My vehicle, the Robo Skull. That or the SAS.
Well, Yeah, that one looks cool too. A lot of them do look cool. Like I can't think of one action force vehicle that doesn't. But there is nothing in Cobra's vehicle motor pool that trumps that giant flying skull.
Robo
That's
Skull.
so good. The Robo
one.
Skull.
It's the one. It's the one. Is the one. Hopefully, the Skeletron version comes out soon because we back that baby. Can't wait to play with a new Skeletron.
Yeah. That one looks cool too. So this one, Red Jackal. They also did Red Laser.
Ooh.
I think they also did Quarrel in Reaction.
Yep.
I might be wrong, or they're going to be doing it. Either they have done it, or they're going to be doing it. Not sure, actually, but I do know of those two specifically.
Nice.
Red Jackal and Red Laser. Yeah.
Right, you ready for the final section?
I am.
Right, final section, Bob.
Monkey Lizard ASMR. Monkey Lizard ASMR. Monkey Lizard ASMR. We're talking about dirty stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Right, in Monkey Lizard ASMR, we're doing a special Masters of the Universe version. And here is the scene. So you can pick either Skeletor, or He-Man.
Yes.
And then we will use our dirtiest, most seductive voices to play out a scene. But the kink is that people in the chat can say what we've got to say. So Bob will put it up, and you've got to say that in the dirtiest voice you've got. All
right. I'll go Skeletor then.
Skeletor. I'm gonna go He-Man then. I'm gonna go He-Man.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So Skeletor, look at my sword of power. I'm presenting it to you.
Ah, He-Man, look at you with that piddly fist. I just had Fisto here a moment ago, and I can still stand straight.
You may be able to stand straight, but I've got the Red Wolf.
Well, you might think that this skull is the only thing covered in a hood, but let me give you a different bone.
You got to say what's on the screen.
Okay, there it is. What you got under that loincloth, eh, boy?
Is that a power sword in your hand, or are you happy to see me, Skeletor?
Yeah. That's not even a loincloth. You just have the hairiest ass in Eternia.
Skeletor, you you big old doggy. All right. End scene. Right, you've survived. You survived. You survived the end of the show.
I didn't think I was going to be honest. I didn't think I had the gumption to be able to withstand this epic power. But I'm glad that I made it.
I think you've done it. Who gets the Oscar this week, by the way? Who gets the Oscar? Is it Mr. Xazyl or is it Rum? Let us know in the chat who's getting it. I think Mr. Xazyl's got to get it. You get a very good.
Well, I'm not sure because looking at that picture, there were at least 2 other Skeletors in the mix, and I never really leaned into that.
Oh, don't do yourself down. You did all right. You were just the right degree of perviness, I thought.
Oh, good.
Just the right degree.
Extreme.
I very much enjoyed having you on my show as a guest. Have you enjoyed being on my show?
I did enjoy it. It was great. It's not the worst thing to wake up at 3 a.m. for.
Oh, bless you, bless you. Thank you very so much. If you've not subbed to Mr. Xazyl's channel, Mr. Xazyl's Clubhouse, there's the link. It's also in the chat. It's also in the description. So please go and subscribe. Please tell everyone when your shows come up and what you got coming up. So what they can run over. What can they look forward to seeing?
Well, in just a few hours, you're going to get a double feature.
Oh.
So the first show that we've got on that'll happening in just a few hours will be Is That Any of Your Toy Biz, where Adam and I go through chronologically the Toy Biz action figures that came out back in the day. So we started off with DC. We're leaning very heavily into Marvel now. We're kicking it off today with the first X Factor figure. And we're covering both X-Men Wave 4 and X-Force Wave 2. And after that, for this double feature, we're leaning into the Roswell. We're talking Roswell conspiracies, maybe, fact, fiction, who knows? But that's going to be on Gaz and Zaz Shoot the Shit, which is following right after Is That Any of Your Toy Biz. So a little bit of fun, a little bit of excitement. If you do want to check out some of the Slaughterhouse Wrestling Championship, that would mean a great deal to me. That's something I spend the most time on and doing. I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying I spend a lot of time on it. So if you want to check that series out, I think there's 5 episodes, maybe 6 episodes now. So Sergeant Slaughter does a voice for it. Space Commander does a voice for it. I've got a lot of great voice actors. All of my friends play along. Phil's in it. If you can guess which character Phil plays throughout the series, you'd be very surprised. And it's introduced in the beginning via a live segment from the man himself, Sergeant Slaughter. So not only does he do a voice, but he also, just like the classic G.I. Joe cartoons, he starts it off with a live intro. So that's pretty cool.
Very good.
So
right,
check it out one time, won't you?
Yeah, go and check it out, people. It sounds awesome. We'll definitely check it out. Massive thank you to our special guest, Mr. Xazyl from Xazyl's Clubhouse. What a guest he's been.
Thanks for having me.
You've been amazing.
Thanks,
please,
buddy.
Yeah, you've been a really good guest. I had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun, haven't we, Bob?
Yeah, I had a laugh. Thanks, mate.
We had a lot of fun. Next week should be an equally crazy show. We've got AT Star Wars The Escape Pod, the guys from the podcast on. So there's 3 of them for you to contend with, Salacious. So that should be a bit of a riot. Massive thank you to the MoNKey-LiZaRD Army. You guys are awesome. The show would be nothing without you guys. So please smash the like button, leave us a friendly comment, subscribe to both the channels, turn on the notifications. And remember, everyone, monkey lizards are for life. Not for spit roasting. Unless you're one of my special lady friends. Goodbye, everyone.
Full force.
Full force.
I'm Salacious Rum. Remember to make love, not war, because time does follow us. Yes, time does follow us. Yes, time does follow us. I'm a monkey lizard, I'm a monkey lizard, and I love to make love that warm. And this is Star Wars, but that ain't a proper war. It is a proper war in your dimension, yes, Salacious. I'm a monkey lizard, I'm a monkey lizard, and I love to make love that warm. And this is Star Wars, but that ain't a proper war. It is a proper war in your dimension.